Welcome to the Number 2 Show. I am your host, Number 2. And in today's show, we will be reviewing a video featuring Andrew Tate. And he's discussing how not to get walked all over by your woman. Let's hop right into the video.
And I think that actually be curious to get your take on this, because I know I really like what you've said about managing women in some of your videos and content. But you know, you talked about a lot of times the guy especially in the Western world, in the sexless marriage, right, being walked all over. How does the guy turn around this shit or prevent that from happening, right? Like, how does he get into a relationship where he stays the man, where he is the king, let's say? Because a lot of guys today, and this is something, you know, a lot of the red pill guys and stuff, they want to blame women for all this shit. They want to say, oh, women are thoughts today. And it's like, women have always been women throughout history. They've always, in the absence of masculinity, become masculine. This is just like their characteristics. So I like to blame the man. I like to say, if a woman is treating you wrong, if you've got, you know, all the shit that happens to you, it's because of you. So how does the man become the guy that doesn't have this shit happen to him?
I 1,000% agree with you, friend. I 1,000% agree. So I have anyone who doesn't know me knows I used to run a webcam studio. So
Hey YouTube family, it's your boy, Number 2 here. I'm really working towards getting this channel monetized. I need 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours watch time. Please subscribe to the channel, watch the videos all the way through. I got a felony feed. Back to the video.
I had 75 women working for me, and they were talking to guys online and taking money from all the Democrats and betas. We're sending them money, and the money went to me. This is how I first made big money. So I kind of understand intersexual dynamics from a very unique perspective, because you had me at the top, you had 75 women underneath, and you had thousands of men underneath them giving them the money, which kind of went to me. So it was kind of like a weird dynamic.
Sounds like Andrew was an internet pimp for sure. All right, let's get back into it.
So yeah, here's the truth about male-female relationships. Women fuck men they respect. Mm-hmm. That's it. They don't fuck men they like. They don't fuck men they love. They fuck men they respect. If she loves you and likes you and doesn't respect you, she will not have sex with you. I have women who respect me and fucking hate me, but they're here every time I call. So if they respect you, they're going to sleep with you. Yep. And this is something that's biological and evolutionary. They fuck men they respect. So how do you make women respect you? Well, first you have to be worthy of respect as an individual. There's no hack. If you're worthy of respect, you're worthy of respect. But secondly, you cannot allow blatant disrespect. So if you allow her to blatantly disrespect you and you tolerate that, then you're setting a precedent, which means, well, why would I respect this guy in the first place? Yep. I say this.
Respect is everything, fellas. You got to respect yourself in order for other people to respect you. That's key.
To guys all the time. I've had loads of guys who come to me for like coaching and stuff, and they say, you know, my woman doesn't respect me, da-da-da-da-da. And I say, look, it's much harder to fix something that's broken than just never let it go wrong in the first place. Right. From the second you got together, you should have been a man, and you haven't got to be an asshole. You haven't got to be aggressive. I'll sit with a girl and very politely say, look, if we're going to be in a relationship, if I'm going to take you seriously, you're not going to have male friends. If you want to hang around with a whole bunch of men, then I'm not going to take you seriously. What do you mean you won't take me seriously? I mean, we can fuck, but I'm never going to look at you as serious material. So the idea, the decision is on you. If you want to be serious, you're not going to talk to those guys. You want to talk to those guys, I'll fuck you sometimes. You decide. And I lay it on them. Now, if they choose to keep all their male friends, then that means she's chosen those friendships over me, which means sooner or later she was going to cheat anyway. Like, how long until she jumps on a new dick anyway? So why would I even be upset about it? But most men are too scared to just put the ultimatum down. And you haven't got to put the ultimatum down in some scary, big, brash way. Just be clear. Look, any woman I'm with who I take seriously doesn't hang around with other men. So it's your choice.
And, you know, to piggyback off of that, you have to stand on what you believe, man. You know, if you go into the relationship or you start a new relationship, you got to set those boundaries. You got to have some standards with yourself. You see what I'm saying? And even with that, you can't fold. You know, you have to believe what you say in order for your woman to believe you and the things that you say to her. That's key.
And this is the point. But most men don't say anything. They let it slide and they let it get completely broken. And they come to me and say, well, how do I fix it? It's like, well, you have to make it not let it get broken in the first place. You need to understand your boundaries and expectations as a man, and you have to set them, and you have to make sure she complies and sticks to them. And if she doesn't, you're going to have to find somebody else. Yeah. And this is another thing I talk about being a playboy. I have lots of guys come to me and say, oh, Tate, but I don't want to be a playboy like you. I say, look, if you want to be happily married, the best thing you can be first is a playboy.
Yeah.
The best thing you can do, because you're going to learn a whole bunch about women. You're going to have a
Yep.
whole bunch of choices to choose for a wife. If you're stuck with one option, the one chick you met,
Yeah.
you know, then it's good. She might be a dickhead. Some women are just dickheads. You know,
Yeah.
you know, some women have been fucked too hard, too many times by too many big scary guys, and they just don't want to listen to them. So, like, being a playboy is important. But yeah, absolutely.
And I'll say this, you know, you say you want to be a playboy so that you can get the experience with women. And I agree with that to a certain degree. I just think you need to understand female nature, right? And that goes for both sides. Women need to understand men and men need to understand women. But you got to understand female nature, the mindset of a woman. That's the only way you're going to have a really productive relationship with the woman. There's some things that they're just going to do by nature, and you can't take offense to that. It's a part of the game. But you got to know this stuff so that you can address and react to certain things appropriately. That's the only way. You see what I'm saying?
For setting your boundaries and stuff and making sure you're not respected, the key is this as a man. And this is the bottom line. Most men are not prepared to walk away.
Yep.
And if you're not prepared to walk away, you don't have any weapons.
Exactly.
If she knows no matter what, you won't leave, then what weapons do you have? Anything you say, shouting, screaming, yelling, going out away for a few days, whatever. She knows you're going to come back. You have no weapons. The second, imagine a girl came to you and she said, no matter what you do, no matter how many times you cheat, no matter what, I will never leave.
Right.
Think of all the shit you do. I know I do.
Yeah.
So this is the point. So as a man, if you're never prepared to walk away, you're never going to be respected. Respect and the woman thinking, you know what, we might just leave, are linked. They have to be there. So you have to mean what you say. You have to let her know, look, there's some things I won't tolerate. And if you fuck with me, I'm going to walk away. And if you walk away and she doesn't chase you, then she's gone. At least you saved yourself a fucking nasty divorce and getting cheated on and all that shit. Just end it then and there and save yourself a bunch of time. But men are too afraid to pull the plug on it.
And being able to walk away has a lot to do with your confidence within yourself. You have to believe that if you do walk away, you'll be able to get back into the market and find someone else who will adhere to your beliefs and standards and boundaries, right? It hurts. You get into a relationship with someone, you care about them a lot, you invested time in them, energy, resources, so on and so forth, but you just can't take disrespect.
They get addicted to the pussy and they don't believe they can get any more pussy and they get all messed up. And this is one of the advantages of being a playboy. I can leave any chick because I got 10 more.
Yeah.
So if she doesn't act right, I'll just replace her for the night and I'll feel better by the next day. I go through a breakup a week. I'm used to it. I don't give a shit. And it's just like, this is part of the game. So you have to be prepared to walk away as a man. So you have to look at any relationship you're in and say, okay, I'm a nice guy. I love her. She loves me, but I have boundaries. And if she fucks with them, I'm going to have to walk away. And that's the truth. Otherwise, you're never going to be respected.
Yeah. I call it
those guys who stay in relationships with women who just blatantly disrespect them. Those are guys who feel like they can't get anyone else or they don't deserve anyone else. That's why they try to hold on to that woman. He said it plain and simple. He said it plain and simple. You get addicted to the sex. The sex is good. You don't think you're going to find that anywhere else. And so you just put up with all the bull crap. You have to believe in yourself.
the non-attachment, right? Like having this ability to be fully open, right? Because it's not just being a cold, heartless bastard or asshole. It's being fully open, but also at the same time being willing to walk away, just saying, hey, I'm not attached. Like, I can express myself, can even fall in love. That's fine. But I'm willing to walk away because my worth is so much greater, and I have options, and I'm never going to tie myself up into one single option that I have and put my worth or identity into that.
I've been head over heels in love with women and left them and never
Yep.
got them back, and they never knew.
Yep.
That's life. That's how it
That's
goes. I've been head over heels in love with women. I didn't want to lose them, and they weren't listening, so I walked away, and they didn't chase me, and I lost them. But that's it. My honor's intact, my pride's intact, and now I don't give a fuck anymore because time's a hero. That's life. So
Exactly.
it's better than staying in a relationship which I'm not happy in because she starts acting like a fucking fool. And it's kind of like, I use chess analogies a lot, but it's kind of like chess. If you're playing a game of chess and you're in a losing position, and the only hope you have of winning is a big sacrifice, you give up your queen, and you don't know if it's going to work or not, but it's the only hope. You're better off making the sacrifice even if you lose, because if you don't, you're just going to slowly get ground down and definitely lose in the end. Right. Like, do you love that pussy so much you'd rather delay the breakup by 7 months and lose without any pride or honor? Yeah. And leave without any pride or honor while she cheats on you? Isn't it better just to say right hand in the air, you're not talking to that guy anymore? Like, the end is coming. If she chooses to talk to that dude.
And why would you want to stay in a relationship when you're being treated poorly in the first place? Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to suffer in silence? That is not what a relationship is about. You should be in a relationship with someone that you're compatible with, and you both treat each other with respect. The relationship is not supposed to be one-sided. And if you act like a doormat, you will be treated like a doormat.
Dude over you, the end is certain. So can you have enough balls to just say bye and at least leave with your head held high? But This is another thing, man. It's crazy. These men have never been through any kind of emotional trauma. So the idea of breaking up with a woman is big to them. I've been through, when you've been through real shit, a breakup just doesn't become that real anymore. You know, I've had people try to kill me. I have stab wounds. Tell me again about this girl who doesn't text you back. Like, who gives a shit? There's people in Syria getting bombed.
Yeah.
You know, like, you have to get some perspective and just realize you're being like, there's real trauma out here in the world. Terrible things happen day after day. And here you are, alive and breathing and perfectly healthy, and you're going to cry over some bitch? Just man up.
So yeah, that was the end of the video. The biggest takeaway I have from that is just self-respect. You got to have some self-respect, and then you do have to have some experience too with women. You have to understand female nature. And that comes with trial and error. But it's all about having self-respect, commanding respect, standing on what you believe, and be willing to walk away if it's necessary. That's it. I love to hear what you think in the comments. I think this is an interesting topic. I love Andrew Tate's videos. He has some great perspectives. So yeah, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.